stumbling. Now I realize it.
I didn't write it.
She didn't write it. Are y'all talking about me?
No. Not at all, darling.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Here we go.
I'm still drinking.
I'm not talking about anybody.
Thank you.
Cheers, darling.
Cheers. Rashonda Dixon is devoted to organizations dedicated to helping children and teenagers. She is the co-founder of Basic Hope, a nonprofit that empowers children to understand the effects of social media with a strong emphasis on preventing and eliminating cyberbullying. Children and teens today face unprecedented pressures. Ooh, I've been drinking. Can you stop recording me, please? Regarding technology and networking. Basic Hope's goal is to educate, challenge youth to be safe, considerate, and responsible. Rashonda serves on the board of directors of Sisters Saving the City, which focuses on the educational and wellness needs of young people living in the Parks Heights area of Baltimore. You know what, Dina? Stop recording me, because
They not
No,
gonna
just
post
go.
that
Just
shit.
go. Just go. We're supporting you. You know, your girls got you.
SSTC is currently raising funds to build the village, which... Wow, this is so
Some good
messed up.
stuff right here.
Wow. This is an example of we should not have alcohol
At a black folks party.
at a book club. I'm talking
This is
about
something that you can show your group kids.
What did not do? What not to do?
Oh,
She
man.
got grapes and cookies.
The village will give children a place to learn and have fun after school and on the weekends. Please show the beautiful Rashonda, because this is an awesome bio. This is awesome. And on a serious note, guys, Rashonda also serves on the risk management community of the nonprofit. How do you pronounce it, Rashonda?
Embody.
Okay, that's awesome. A program that encourages males ages 13 and 17 in Parks Heights, Baltimore, which Tyra happens to be from. Rashonda's desire is to help at-risk youth. This is so terrible. Rashonda is a paralegal during the day. We are going to get to our wonderful author that is visiting all the way from Atlanta. She came out in this awful weather that we're having in the Washington metropolitan area. I'm going to turn the floor over to his wonderful assistant, Rashonda.
Thank you.
I apologize.
Thank you, everybody, for
for our
coming.
members.
Thank you.
No,
And welcome to.
I grew up in Baltimore, and I am very familiar with Park Heights. So when my esteemed colleague to my left said, "You from Park Heights?" I was like, "Hell no!"
Don't do that.
And we're having a good time, but this is so crazy.
Listen, I'm gonna come up.
Rashonda, are you from,
No, I'm from Colorado.
See,
okay. You left that out of your bio. Yeah, I didn't
are
know.
you?
Yeah. Yeah, so what you doing here?
Except we did
I
add
lived in
some more.
Carl
You
15
actually,
years.
like I said, it was a draft. It was
Oh,
in
yeah.
the works.
Right.
I was shocked when you asked me for my bio.
Yeah,
I wasn't
because I just
expecting
wanted to
put it
know a
out
little
there.
bit about you.
But later on in my bio, it says that when they had the Columbine shooting,
Oh, wow, you were still there?
What part of Colorado are you from?
I had gone back. Denver.
She's
I lived in Carl for 15 years.
Yeah,
And
but
Carl-
I'm much older than you. I'm
No, I
much
was just saying we got something in common.
Yeah. I'm much older than you.
No, you probably ain't that much older.
How old do you think I am?
You probably like your late 30s. Maybe.
Thank you very much. I'm 42.
Oh, you really?
Okay.
Whoop, whoop. 40 in the house.
40 in the house.
You be
Why
there
you want
soon
to say
enough.
he ain't turned on that one though, right?
She wants you to get her breast.
Oh, the
She wants you to get her
40-year-old.
breast.
To her glasses.
Not to her. Not to her.
She was making
What's
Teresa.
Yeah, Teresa.
Teresa.
Teresa
Teresa Gartrell.
When you move
Live in
from
Disney Lane.
Don't hide them now. I moved 20 years ago, but I've gone back twice. And I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
So really, you've only gone home twice?
I've gone home and stayed.
I live in Coral Springs.
Nice. I would love to live in Colorado Springs.
What was that? A suburb?
It's like an hour south of Denver.
Where's Colorado Springs?
It's a military town.
Yeah, it's
No,
beautiful.
It is.
So
What'd you say?
I said turn around to them. I want
Oh,
them to get
oh.
yes.
So what? How did you get involved with this nonprofit? With your nonprofit?
Well, I'll be happy to share
I
that
know,
with you
okay.
afterwards. But tonight is
It's all about
Dino,
Dino.
so afterwards, and I'll
I got
happy
She
to
don't.
share.
She don't
I
like
got you.
nobody talk about her.
I don't mind. It's just that tonight is his night, and I
got
would never steal that from him.
And
Can you have Marissa film this and you sit down, please?
You know what? You are so goofy. Yes, the author is goofy. And I'm going to get him acting goofy because he got me acting goofy. Goofy boy, sit
I'm
down.
distinguished.
Distinguished, like really?
So anyway,
The shoes are
evening,
distinguished.
everyone. I'm so glad to see everyone here. I don't know how many of you read Rhythm of the Streets. Can I, if I show of hands?
I started it.
You started it? Okay, great. Do you have a book? Okay. I'm gonna look you up.
She read my niece's, your brand new niece. She read hers.
Okay, so you did read the book.
No, she did.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna
You ain't have to tell
Don't
the
worry.
truth. You could
Don't
just
worry
say
about it.
yes.
Don't
Yeah, I
worry.
read it.
You have I met Demetrius about 12, 13 years ago at Blockbuster.
I thought it was 20.
And I had a sick friend. I always got sick friends, huh, Teresa?
Yes,
just tell me about a
exactly.
sick friend.
Yeah, making the
But I had a sick friend, and we were gonna watch a movie, and I had gone into Blockbuster, and
1996.
Demetrius was there. So 14 years. 14 years.
Almost
And
15.
I asked him for a referral for a movie, and he gave me Up Close and Personal, which was kind of strange for me because
I love them.
looking at Demetrius, I was like, this is a brother, good looking brother. He gonna, give me Mo Better Blues or something. They doing it on the, never mind. That wine she gave me. Doing it on the balcony. All I could see was Wesley Snipes doing it on the balcony. But he gave me Up Close and Personal, and he said if you don't like this movie, bring it back and I'll give you your money back, or I'll give you another movie. So went home, my friend and I watched it, loved the movie. But I'm a soldier, I'm a trooper. I couldn't, Went back to the store, I was like, nah.
They told me she didn't like
We
me.
ain't like it.
Right. Give me another.
Mama need a brand new bag,
Right.
But from there, our friendship took off, and 14 years later, here we are. So first, I'm gonna go into Dino's his nickname. Go into his bio, and then I'll close it out and hand it over to him. Okay. And I'm sorry I'm reading this, but I've just been very busy, so I've had a chance to commit it to memory. Okay. Success on the streets, as in the business world, is oftentimes found in the most unlikely places and individuals. Such is the case with Demetrius Moore, a soft-spoken, frail bookworm who was the son of an abusive father and a crack-addicted mother. If Demetrius had been born in the animal kingdom, he would have been referred to as the runt of the litter. Only 4 pounds and 2 ounces at birth, he came into the world fighting for his life, not knowing that this would become the overall theme of his existence. At the age of 8, Demetrius and his family moved from a quiet suburban Cincinnati, Ohio neighborhood to the crime-ridden, impoverished ghetto of southeast Washington, D.C. A social outcast from the start, Demetrius was labeled a nerd and forced to endure constant ridicule and violent beatings. This continued for little over 4 years until Demetrius was literally chased into the arms of a street gang, and as luck would have it, the largest and most notorious gang in DC history. Demetrius's quiet demeanor and obvious intellect was very attractive to the leader of the crew, and he took Demetrius under his wing and indoctrinated him into the life of a hustler. As the years progressed, Demetrius skyrocketed up the ranks of his gang, earning respect and street credibility for his willingness to put himself in harm's way and to harm others on behalf of his crew. He was given the moniker the Saint for his ability to persuade prosecutors, judges, and juries of his innocence with his boyish looks and extensive vocabulary and timid demeanor. Among his many arrests, charges range from aggravated assault, grand theft auto, larceny, possession of a controlled substance, and arson, all with no convictions. In the early 90s, he reached the pinnacle of his street success when he was made captain of the crew and put in charge of over 400 members. During this time with the crew, over $15 million had passed through his hands and countless lives ruined because of his criminal endeavors. In 1992, Demetrius was arrested and later convicted of attempted murder for shooting a man over a parking space. He served 20 months in a federal prison and was released to serve 3 years on parole with the condition that he successfully completes 15 credit hours of college courses. This saved his life. In college, Demetrius became the man he was meant to be. He moved from Washington, D.C., never to return. He earned 2 associate degrees in English and history and a bachelor's in deaf education. He now mentors at-risk youth, coaches basketball, and performs lectures about the dangers of gang involvement. The Rhythm of the Streets is a fictional account of factual events that take place every day in the streets of D.C. Just about every other major city for that matter. It's a textbook account of survival, betrayal, deceit, and loyalty. Once a reporter asked Demetrius what the Rhythm of the Streets means to him, and he said simply, "The rhythm of the streets is my soul crying out for absolution in the wilderness." I give you Demetrius Moore.
Woo! Woo!
Shonda, can you take this?
That's amazing.
That was awesome.
Was that me?
Yeah, that was you.
That's formal. No.
Well, that's that. My life as you read on paper and like the book. When I speak in the air at schools, prisons, or whatever, I often say I don't have a filter. I have an inability to lie, even when it's like proven to do so. You know, when I say, "Do my hair look good?" I'm like, no, not good. So it's you can ask me anything you ever want to know, and I'll tell you about the book. The book is I wrote this book as sort of therapy. It was living inside me. It was things that I've done, things that I've seen, experienced, and I read so many books that were just bullshit. I hate to say it that way, but they fictionalize and they glamorize life on the streets in a way that it isn't fair to those who read it. You know, it's like when Michael Jordan came out with that commercial saying, "I'm sorry if I made it look so easy. I'm sorry if you didn't see that I'm in the gym every day working. I'm sorry if you don't know that I fail more than I succeed. I'm sorry." You know, maybe you just weren't paying attention. You know, because it's not that easy. It's not that glamorous. You know, so I wanted to give. I wanted to entertain as well as educate. Each chapter heading, if you read the book, you'll see it's me talking to you, the reader, about something I've been through. You know, just random stuff and some things that give you some background on the world as I knew it then and as I know it, as I've come to know it now. And I like to say all the time, you know, I would really have loved to have had an easy life and been a square, been a, you know, nerd that I was when I was growing up, lived a less colorful life. I would have loved that, you know, because the things I know now, what wisdom I've gained now, it comes at a price. You know, I've lost a lot of myself. I've lost a lot of people that I care about. But I do know that after having gone through what I've gone through, that my steps in life were divinely ordered by God. That I had to go through the wilderness. I had to go through the darkness to see the light. And now it uniquely qualifies me to reach a certain population that others maybe aren't able to or aren't willing to. You know, I can go to Berry Farms and walk the streets and be cool. I can talk to guys like they talk to me. I can give somebody a book, say, read this book, you know, like someone did me, you know. What got me reading, I devour books now like candy. I read in days. But the first book I read from cover to cover, I think, was Iceberg Slim. Some guy came and gave it to me on the streets. He was an ex-hustler, and he was a minister at the time. He asked me if I ever read a book. Now, growing up, I was a nerd growing up. Like, when I was in elementary school, I used to read encyclopedias. That was my thing. I like to learn about things, you know, the nature of things. Take things apart, put them back together, you know, and I wanted to be a nuclear physicist for some reason. That was my big thing. But, you know, life didn't lead me that way. So, I you know, being probably ADD, I know I'm obsessive compulsive, that kind of thing. I never read a book from cover to cover until I read Iceberg Slim. You know, this was a guy who lived years before me, but was talking about things I could relate to then. And it was amazing, you know, the way he played words, and it was so transparent, it was so honest, that it appealed to me. And then the guy came back and wanted the book back. Well, gave me the book back, and he gave me a book by an author named Donald Jones. And they're small books, but they talk about the life that I was living, and it made it real that you know, wow, I'm not the only one. And those books, they had real consequences to actions that I'd seen. You know, whereas other books I read by other authors, I won't say their names because, you know, you guys know that you read black authors. They talk about the same stuff over and over again. It's frustrating to me, you know. And you know, I don't turn down books. If somebody gives me a book, I'll read it, even if I'm saying this book is a waste of time. I'll read it just to maybe it has some redeeming qualities. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but I'll read it anyway. But it was such an accomplishment the first time I read a book and read the end. You know, and that's what I try to pass on to you. Man, that I felt like I was on top of the world. I finished something in my life. You know, for somebody whose life is about starting things and not completing them, being able to finish something was amazing. You know, so the Rhythm of the Streets, it lived inside me. It begged me. It muscled its way into my life, and one day I started writing, and here we have it. You know, and it's a living entity. It's very real. You know, it may be poorly written, but it's very real.
Why do you say poorly written?
Well, okay. Even though I was an education major, I majored in English. I don't think I ever got an A in the English class in my life. I failed to attend those classes. You know, I knew I was never going to teach. When I went to school for education, I knew I wanted to be a basketball coach. Really, I just wanted to be to get a degree, go teach at a school. I have a degree. My degree is actually in deaf education. I know sign language. And I was going to teach it at the school for the deaf and coach a basketball team, be a state champ for the first deaf, you know, team. You know, I had this all mapped out, but you know, even teaching, I didn't teach my classes. You know, when I was doing my student teaching, I I just ran my